So in the aftermath of what happened yesterday, he's on with Don Lemon on CNN. This is what happens.
A horrific day. I spoke to the heads of the sheriff department, the police department, and the state police down there, and they told us how their hearts were reeling. Their message is peace and coming together in the country. What's your message?
You don't believe that for 1 minute, do you?
That their message is?
Yeah.
That's what they said to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe them.
Any protests over the deaths of these cops today in Baton Rouge?
I don't know that.
Any riots or protests over the police officers in Dallas, Texas?
Yeah, no.
What are you asking?
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty simple question.
I asked you what's your message to the people. Their message is one of peace. What is your message?
My message has been clear from day one 2 years ago.
Now, this is where he gets into Ferguson. And let me tell you something. David Clarke is pissed beyond belief, and he should be. I said opening the show, can you even imagine being a member of the law enforcement community right now, being married to a cop? And Don Lemon, who came here to Ferguson, who has all kinds of empathy for Black Lives Matter, didn't question the narrative one bit of hands up, don't shoot, gets laid out by Sheriff David Clarke.
This anti-cop sentiment from this hateful ideology called Black Lives Matter has fueled this rage against the American police officer. I predicted this 2 years ago. So what I want to know,
okay, Sheriff.
Do I want to know?
With all due respect, do you know that this was because of that?
Yes, I do.
As a law enforcement officer?
I've been watching this for 2 years. I predicted this. This anti-police rhetoric sweeping the country.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, when this was on live on CNN, there were rumors that's what fueled this. Now we know that is to be factual. But Don Lemon doesn't even want to buy that for a moment.
Has turned out some hateful things inside of people that are now playing themselves out on the American police officer. I want to know, with all of the black-on-black violence in the United States of America, by the way, when the tragedies happened in Louisiana and Minnesota, do you know that 21 black people were murdered across the United States? Was there any reporting on that?
A black officer who was killed today. But
was there any reporting on that?
Sheriff, please, let's just keep the volume down here. So I understand, and listen, I'm
looking at 3 dead cops this week,
Sheriff,
and I'm looking at 5 last year. You trying to tell me to keep it down?
Yeah, exactly. Why keep the volume down? They've been keeping the volume down. They amp up the volume when there's an incident with a white cop and a black suspect. But then the volume gets turned down right now, I guess.
If you'll just please, we can keep it civil. So, because with the message to people at home, I'm sure you want, is one of civility.
I wish, Don, I wish you had that message of civility.
Have a conversation
toward this hateful ideology, these purveyors of hate.
I don't know what my message is.
That's
what I want to say to you is,
these people preach vile and virtue in the name of hate.
And we'll be right back.